So, good day everyone. So, today we will be going to present the Vietnam literature, and I am Shane Irish Volleyball, the first presenter of this group, and the second presenter is Shane Ramos. Third one is Danica Coloma, and the fourth one is Manuel Jessa, and the last one is Raquel Aledaño. So today we will going to discuss the introduction of Vietnam literature. So Vietnamese literature was developed an early date despite the harsh trials of history in the form of repeated foreign invasion, its own characteristics remain. So the Vietnam literature is a literature both oral and written created largely by Vietnamese-speaking people. Traditionally, Vietnamese literature always featured patriotism, national pride, and humanism. It was not by chance that great cultural personalities such as Nguyen Trai, Nguyen Du, and Ho Chi Minh were also humanists. Next slide, please. So, Vietnamese literature was developed on early date despite the harsh of trials of this history in the form of repeated foreign invasion. Its own characteristic remained. Vietnam literature includes two major components which have developed simultaneously and are profoundly interrelated. The first one is folk literature and written literature, to be discussed by Shane Ramos.
Folk literature. Vietnamese folk literature came into being very early and had a profound effect on the spiritual life of the Viets. The folk literature always praised beauty, humanism, and the love of goodness and contributed to the formation of a national sense. Legends, fairy tales, humorous stories, folk songs, epics, and so on have a tremendous vitality and have lived on today. Written literature. From the 10th century, literary works were written in Han or classical Chinese and Chunong, but since the 16th century, Chunong literature became increasingly popular and held a firm position by the early 18th century. These works were the cream of Vietnamese literature. However, entering the 20th century, works written in classical Chinese in the 20s and the following decades, country's literature was written in Vietnamese folklore, means Romanized national language. So as a language, Vietnamese is exceptionally flexible and lyrical. Poetry plays a strong role in both literature and the performing arts. Folk art, which flourished before French colonization, has experienced resurgence in beautiful woodcuts, village painting, and black printing. Vietnamese lacquer art, another traditional medium, commonly held to be the most original and sophisticated medium. Music, dance, and puppetry, including the unique Vietnamese water puppetry, are also mainstays of the country's culture. So the next slide will be presented by Denica Flores.
Good day everyone. So now I will discuss to you some of the authors under Vietnam literature. First one is Ngo Yuan Liu, aka Yuan Liu. He was a prolific poet born on February 2, 1916 at Tuoy Po, Úc Bình province. He has educated at the College of Agriculture in Hanoi, from which he received a degree in his agricultural science in 1943. He died on the 18th of December 1985. He wrote also 450 poems, and it is a large number of which had never been published. So, move on to his works. Throughout his career, Yuan Liu had been variously known as a romantic poet, the greatest poet among the new poets, and the kings of love of poems. He himself gave Ho Yuan Ho the sobriquet to be the queen of known poetry. His poetry collection, Toto and Du Yuan Cho, are regarded as his masterpieces. So Toto is a collection of 46 poems, while Gu Yuan Cho is Casting Friends to be the Wind, and it is also composed of 51 poems. These works are often studied by secondary school students in Vietnam. A street in Hanoi is also named after him. So despite his bold literary persona, Yuan Liu was a secretive individual with most of the values regarding his private life being told by his acquaintance before and after his death. So may I call on Miss Manuel to continue the discussion. Thank you.
Okay, next. Next is Luro Trong Lu. Luro Trong Lu was born on June 6, 1912 at Khao Habol District, Quang Binh Prak, Mandarin family. He attended the Quoc Hoc High School in Yu and left for Hanoi, where he continued his education in private schools. He dropped out for a career in journalism, writing poetry, and literary pieces. Let's move on to his works. Mountain Literary, that became the head of the General of the Theatre Society of Vietnam. His works were poems Cheng Pu, The Sound of Autumn, 1939. Movie Con Gai Song Gian, The Young Woman from Jian River, 1966. Next is 2.9 from This Land, 1971. And lastly, Towi Hai Mo Wee, Age 20, a drama, 1970. That's all.
Thank you, Miss Manuel. So, good day everyone. I am Rahel Ali Damio, and now I am going to discuss to all of you the most famous short story in Vietnam literature, which is entitled The Mandarin and the Flower Festival. And so, first let me discuss the author of this short story. So, the author is Tom Bertin. He is a fiction writer born in Vietnam. He is also first Vietnamese philosopher and a prominent political and intellectual leader in the 20th century in Vietnam. And his works cover many genres and tell the story of his country. Now, we proceed to the characters of the story. Okay, so Tutok serves as protagonist of the story. He is a Mandarin that was born in the province of Tanawa. He governed the district of Tiando. Next, Blanca, the daughter of Queen Fairy. Next is Queen Fairy, the mother of Blanc, and the old man, the grandson of Tutok. Next slide. So that's it for the characters. Now let's proceed to the plot of the story. Since I sent the full story of the Mandarin and Flower Festival in our GC, I know you have read, and I will just discuss the plot of the story. First is the exposition. The story began when Tutok was sent to govern the district of Tiando. For the rising sun, in the middle of festival, a girl of 15 or 16, serenely beautiful, brought up a young branch, admired flowers, and the crowd did not let her go. It was already night, and no relative appeared to pay the damsel. When Tutok found out what happened, he took the his brothers and offered in exchange for the girl's freedom, and everybody praised his craftsmanship. For the climax, Tutok took a walk and saw a very beautiful mountain. He stopped the boat and climbed up the mountain. He wrote a poem and enjoyed the beautiful view until he regretfully turned back his boat and slowly tore himself away. Suddenly, he saw the mountainside open and tempted him They entered. He went in the opening and saw two young servant girls dressed in blue. Were they calling son? That mountainous place of fairies. While Tutok and Noise, the twin fairy, were talking, a young girl came in. Tutok discreetly raising his eyes, recognized the girl who one day had broken the flowering branch. The queen of the fairies who offered Tutok his daughter hand in marriage, as thanks for his kindness. That's end our report, and I hope you learned a lot from this lesson, and thank you for listening.
So, so that's all for today. Thank you for listening and God bless everyone.